If you're in drop coverage and it's Klay Thompson, you cannot be backpedaling. You got to get up. All right. If you're worried about him beating you off the dribble, then just make sure he has to come this way where I have a gap defender. But I mean, you just cannot do this. Come on, this is a down screen right here. This big here has got to get attached to his man with his arms out. So Klay Thompson can't curl. He has to go out and this player can get over the top. You let Klay Thompson curl, what do you think's going to happen? All right, again, another down screen. This is Klay Thompson. You have to be attached to your man right now. Arms out so that Klay Thompson cannot just curl right off this. He has to go out and this player can get over the top. But look at this. You just let Klay Thompson curl right off of that again. A horrible gamble by Jordan McLaughlin. Just make sure that you're in front of Jordan Poole right here. Look at this right here. Look at that. Look at how you're gambling right there. Now you're beat. That draws a second defender. That leaves the three-point line open. McLaughlin, again, is making every mistake imaginable. You can't guard above the three-point line away from the ball. If you want to be in the gaps, get in a defensive stance with your back to the baseline, wide base. Look at Jordan McLaughlin. Look at how he's not in a defensive stance. Now his feet are moving inward, so he's never going to get back outward, and he's also going to gamble. Okay, there are multiple mistakes here. We will just focus on the on-ball defense here. Why are you gambling? Look at that gamble right there. You can't slide your feet now. God, here you go. Anthony Edwards is leaning towards the screen way too early. Look at Anthony Edwards leaning that way, so you're going to get beat the other way every time. That forces help at the rim and no one to box out Looney. What is this Timberwolves player doing? Why are you feeling out a screen at half court? Okay, just go under. It's okay. All right? You're going to get in trouble. Look at, you're feeling out a screen. You're trying to go over a screen at half court. Just go under. Meet Jordan Poole here. Like, what? Look at, now you're off balance. And, God. Okay, this is just more on this. Okay, first of all, if you're Austin Rivers, you need to get attached to level to Klay Thompson, I should say. All right? You're already starting at a disadvantage for no reason. All right? So number two is then you're going to fall asleep again. Look at this. Look at this space. There's no reason for that. What? It's a 5-on-4 situation, but if you're Kyle Anderson, you've got to know that Klay Thompson's right here. Okay, so you can't be backpedaling on Jonathan Kuminga. You got to stay up, and once this handoff happens, you got to sprint up. It's Klay Thompson. Like, look at Kyle Anderson. He's backpedaling. So I think you know what happens next. Okay, there's a lot of mistakes here. We will focus on this down screen right here because this is what ultimately leads to the basket. This player needs to be attached with his arms out so Klay Thompson cannot curl. Look at, you let Klay Thompson curl. So this player has no time to get over the screen. And so now there you go. You got to have a much more urgent closeout here on this pass to Klay Thompson. Look at, you got to be, as this pass is in the air right now, you got to be sprinting up to Klay Thompson if you want to get up in his grill. Because look at how slow this closeout is. So look what happens. He's got the ball. You're still going uphill as he's about to go downhill. I mean, it just doesn't work. Terrible switch. If you're switching the screen, you need to get underneath the screener immediately. Immediately. You cannot switch over the top like this. Okay, there's several things wrong here. First of all, okay, if you're Kyle Anderson and this pass is getting made, don't gamble, please. You need to recover. Look at Kyle Anderson. So he's going to be slightly late recovering because of that stupid gamble, okay? Instead of just being over here now. But he does eventually actually recover. See, look at this. He is recovering. So if you're Mike Conley, you need to get back to your man so everybody can stay home. Naz Reid, I don't know what he's doing. Kyle Anderson's back. But 3 people guarding the ball, is that really what we're doing? This is bad defense by this Timberwolves player right here. You got to get in the gap. So Klay Thompson's coming this way. Why are you not level to your man? One, that's always should be the case, and in a defensive stance. Left foot parallel to the block, right foot out, wide stance, defensive stance. Like, you should be helping here on Klay Thompson. But horrible defense right here. You got to rotate to the ball. You never guard above the three-point line. So stop. Pass gets made. You got to drop underneath the three-point line. That's rotating to the ball. Okay, look when you play out here. Oh, and then you're going to mix in the fact that you're going to have your back to the ball. So, yeah, you're going to get nailed backdoor. And this is a down screen. Why do the Timberwolves continue to let Klay Thompson come off down screens? Get attached to your man, arms out, so this player has time to get through. You're not giving this player time to get through. All you're doing is letting Klay Thompson catch and shoot. If you're in drop coverage, Naz Reid's responsibility is to drop underneath the ball and keep the ball in front of you. You have backside defenders right here for Anthony Lamb. You cannot let Dante DiVincenzo turn the corner like that. Have to rotate on a pick and pop. If you don't, you're giving up practice 3. Stop. So right now, when this pass gets made here, this player's got to rotate here. Okay? Now, this player's going to cut, but what needs to happen here is that this player takes the cutter and this player falls back here and this player stays home. Okay? But you don't even get an initial rotation, so it's warm-up 3s. If you're playing up on Klay Thompson, that's great. You have a defender here in the gap, so he can drop a little bit more. He's above the three-point line, but just get up. Don't need to bite on a pump fake. Up, and you're just forcing him here where there's no place to go. This is not what you can do. Look at how you're backpedaling for no reason. So now that's going to force you to bite on a pump fake, and good night. You are Anthony Edwards. You have got to realize you are guarding Klay Thompson, and you have to guard him with immense urgency as he comes across the perimeter. This is not urgency. Look at Anthony. That's not urgency. That space can't happen. If you were urgently defending him, this space here doesn't happen. So guess what happens next?